Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This training is kind of important, and it's hard to do on both computers at once, so I want one of you to do it, and I want the person beside you to watch the training so that they can do it afterwards. So what you do is you simply double-click on Coaster Tycoon, click twice to get to this screen, and then on the lighthouse with the star, which is the new one, I want you to go down and find Forest Frontiers. This will be full screen probably, so you won't be able to watch your movie anymore, and this is why you're doing it on your partner's computer. But quickly hit the ear so it stops playing the music, and then hit the disc, go to Options, and switch the display mode to Window. When you've got that done, close that and then pause, and then do the same thing for your partner so that you both have your little parks open. Alright, once you've done that successfully, I need you to do it with the person next to you so that you're both here. Once you're both in, then I want you to follow this training movie. Unpause so that you can change things and see this red sign that says closed. I need you to click on that little building, and that lets you click on the little camera and open your park. You also need to change your admission price. You don't have any rides, so I wouldn't make it too expensive, but I need you to open your park and then go to your path tool, and let's make this path a little longer. And then let's click on our attraction tool and go to our shops, and let's add 2 shops real quick. When you click add, notice it's got an arrow showing which way it should go to the road. If you want to put it on the other side, rotate it, and notice when you move the arrow back out here, you can see it again. To move the whole screen, you can right-click drag, or you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard, but simply put a couple shops that you set down and open out in your park. When you've got the shops that you want added, like I'm going to add a bathroom, check to make sure your neighbors were successful, and then move on. Alright, at this time, I am right-click dragging so I can see my whole park. You always want to use your property wisely. So at this point, I'm going to show you how to build a ride, and I want you to build this with me. And I want this ride to be the swinging ship. Notice they aim it this way, but it would be smarter for me to put it back along this wall. So I'm going to rotate it, and I want to put it back in this corner, but there's trees in the way. To get rid of a tree, you got to be building something, and then you just right-click on the tree. Now on the other side of the fence, those aren't mine, so I can't get rid of those. So now I've gotten rid of the tree, and I'm going to put it right there. It immediately goes into entrance and exit mode. So you got to find a place along what we call the station platform to put your entrance and exit. As soon as you're done building, you need to open your rides. We always have to green light them. And then you need to change the price. I'm going to charge $1 for this ride. And then you need to build your paths. See the people? You always do a queue line, they call it, where the people sit. And you want that queue line to always come close to your exit, so people walk up to the exit, and they get on the ride, and they stand in line, and then when they get off, they can walk back out. Complete that just like me, and then make sure your neighbor does as well. At this point, we need to add some workers to our park. Notice they cost $35 a month, and we only have $8,000. But hire a handyman. Notice he's dangling off the hook after you hit the button, and then you can set him down to work, and also hire a mechanic. These are the most important fellas, so get them hired so that they are going to work on your park. It's also nice to have some comforts for your people, so you can go to the scenery, and I'm going to add some more benches, and then I'm also going to add a trash can so that people can throw things out as they work. You're always taking care to make sure that you use your money wisely. You don't want to waste it on things like fountains, but then it also doesn't hurt to have cool things too. So I'm going to put a little flower beside my ice cream shop to see if maybe people buy that. Complete that just like me, and then make sure your neighbor does as well. Alright, at this point, I'm going to tell you to stay away from this tool. If you wanted, you could lift and raise the land, but it costs too much, so it's expensive. While this tool's lit up, you can right click and delete trees, but you can also do that same thing while the path tool is lit up. So there's no real benefit for you to use the land tool because it's just too expensive. Right now I've told you about the tools. I'm going to show you how to build a quick coaster. So click on your tabs. You can look at all your rides, but we're going to do a quick steel coaster. When we hit build this, we could do custom, but we're not that talented yet. Instead, I want you to, I hit the wrong button. Instead, I want you to hit build this and choose Crazy Caterpillar. This is the zoom tool, so it zooms out so we can see better. I'm right click dragging and looking for a place that this fits. It doesn't fit there, so I'm going to rotate it. Oh look, it fits there, but see this white thing? That tells me that the entrance would be on the wrong side of it. So I'm going to rotate 2 more times so the entrance is closer to my park. And now I'm going to plop it down. I'm going to zoom back in with my plus sign. I'm going to rotate around twice. And then you need to find the place to put the entrance and exit. I'm going to put my entrance there and my exit there. I'm going to open it. I'm going to do my cash. I'm going to charge $2 for this ride because it's a cool coaster. And then I'm going to quickly do my paths for my park. So here I've got my entrance, so it's got the cool queue line. And then I've got the, oops, I missed, so I'm going to go over top of them. I've got the normal path for that. Get that coaster built and then move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so with your little park, you can now use the things I've given you. Remember, stay away from the water, stay away from the land, but you can add scenery. You can make paths to wherever you need. You can go into the shops, which are right here. Notice it's paused, so I can't build until I unpause it. But you can add any of these in here. And I'm going to say that once you've got at least 1, 2, 3, 4 shops, you can turn on your call light and I'll come approve your current skills so that you can move on and build at your own pace. When you're picking rides, I highly recommend you do these easy ones. Do not try and build any custom coasters today. You can build the Mischief or Wood Chip. You can squeeze those in, I don't mind. Remember, you right click drag to be able to see the whole world. You can also zoom out so you can see more at once. You can't go outside these fences yet, so that tells you where you build. But I need you to be able to show me at least 3 rides. So this is 1, 2, and then another one would be 3 rides. And I need at least 4 shops. When you've got that done, make sure you move on so you'll learn how to save. Alright, do this and then have your partner watch as you do it. So you want to make sure you do this right. You need to hit Save Game and you need to click the My Documents button. And in the My Documents button, I need you to save it as RC1 Training. And I'm going to delete that up to the SV4 and I'm going to put my initials, MDH. So RCT1 Training in the My Documents folder. That's the most important part. Once you hit save, wait for the Z's to go away, and then you can work on the other lessons I've given you.